crazy that I smile about this shit, but it really is painful for real, because like that's like when you a kid and you get blamed for doing some shit and you didn't, and your mama give you a whooping, but instead, this time it's the judge and they taking your life, and like that ain't what our justice system is built for. A justice system is built to have justice, and like the situation is traumatic. Don't get it twisted. Like, don't no mother deserve to bury her child, especially an infant. But at the same time, it's a justice system for a reason. Don't no mother deserve to see her son get falsely convicted and put away for a life sentence when he wasn't even there. Like, it just really messed me up emotionally for real, because like I ain't shoot no gun. I wasn't on no crime scene. The whole trial was just complete trash. Like, did nobody testify saying that I shot no gun? Did nobody say that my clothes had GSR? I wasn't even present. That's the crazy part. Like, I wasn't even there. Like, GPS on my ankle through parole had me elsewhere. The evidence was clearly insufficient. And it made me actually man up and realize, like, who else around Wichita have been falsely convicted of a crime and just sent to prison for the rest of their life? But all I could do is just give it to God and just, let God do his job, because if not, I'll just be completely lost in the sauce in here. But, like I said, like, all I could do is keep my head up, chin up, chest out, and at the end of the day, this ain't the end. Like, KVP coming back for sure. Like, I'm coming back. 18 months, the appeal be in effect. I'm still doing my same thing. I got a couple songs still finna drop a mixtape called Misapprehended, and at the end of the day, like, to all my closest friends that I see who are my real friends, I just want to shout them all out, because, like, at the end of the day, without them, without this case, I wouldn't have never realized or knew who was authentic and truly in my corner. Like, this showed me so much. So, like, at the end of the day, when it comes to my homies, I want to shout out my nigga Lil Heavy in Slimy World. I want to shout out Boy B, man. I want to shout out all my little bro, them, PK, them, Still shout out Two Gun Rambo, all of my partners and shit, man. I just, it shout them niggas out and let them niggas fill the streets up with what the streets is supposed to be with, because it's a lot of fugazi-ass rappers going on out there that ain't even living or rapping what they living about. Like, like, I don't want to put no names out there, and the effect is, the appeal is still in effect, man, and they still watching, but, all I could do is say, shout out to all my solace and everybody who ain't switched up. But like I say, man, real turn fake, solace never break, man. And shit, shout out my mama, shout out my wife, my sisters, everybody that's in my corner, man. Like, this showed me who truly messed with me and who was just around because a nigga was having all that clout, that money, and all of that. Like, all that extra shit, though, I'm cool. And to all the youth out there, man, and I've been watching the news, man, they need to just stay out the way. They need to stop having all these guns and catching all these frivolous charges and stuff and committing crimes around the city, because I don't want any of y'all to end up like me at the end of the day. So I couldn't tell you exactly how I truly felt about going through this. I'm just going to take it as a blessing and not a lesson, because the way I was in the streets, I could have been dead. Rest in peace, my best friend, Rocky Road. Rest in peace, Elder. Like, like, I could be